Hey there, tall Smalland in the walls. This is Narrans. Once again, we're back playing Smalland Survive the Wilds. At the moment, I'm currently live streaming, so if this is something that you're interested in getting on board with, I've been trying to stream on Saturday evenings, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Whether or not I'm able to maintain that long term is the real question, along with the question of why, for the love of all that is holy, did I eat all of my bug lymph? Because for whatever reason, I need that and only that to create my monstrosity of a house. Which, if it's the first time you're seeing it, if you're just getting in on the live stream, here's the front. You kind of walk in, and so there's going to be like the workshop. That'll probably be the guest wing on the the southeast side, and then on the southwest side is going to be all of the workshops, all of the additional material making, creation, and so forth. Probably the second floor will have guest bedrooms, or I might make the southeast wing a guest bedroom wing and have like a master bedroom on top of all of the crafting and supplies, because I don't mind listening to myself tinker away. But if I have guests, that's something I'm gonna have to change. Mind the gap in a few of these random holes in the floor, and also I'm hoping the developers have a chance to actually listen and hear me out on this, because if we could make glass, if we could like harvest sand and create glass using the forge and the grinder, like you start off with like glass shards and then you can like have them file down. It would be so awesome if we could make some of these elements glass. And why do we have to have such precarious like support beams? Like, does it really have to be this way? Does it really? Can it really only support these four? Because I wanted to make this whole top area here a chessboard. Actually, I wanted to go up one whole level and have 3 levels, and then on the 4th level be the chessboard. But maybe that's just me being selfish. In the meantime, I'm gonna come over here, and I don't have any of my weapons. Before I do anything, I need to go to my weapons. Ew. I'll use the stairs. Walking stinks. Here we go. Oh, goodness. That's what I get for making fun of my legs. Drop. There we go. So let's go ahead and we're going to take this. No, we're not going to drop that. That's our most valuable possession on the planet. We're not going to forget that by any stretch of the imagination. I need some bandages. Probably need some food. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. I probably don't need the stinger lance. I'd like to be able to deconstruct some of these things, if at all possible, at some point in the future. So we're going to do health, happy health box. Is the superior? Yeah, it's just the normal health elixir. All of these are in their normal hotkeys. I grab my whistle. Where is that? I just had it. I just had it in my hand. There you are. Make this. No. Where are you? Yep, here. Make you be here. I essentially use my pet whistle and call for my birdie. because that's an original name. Let's go ahead and call. But hey, birdie. We're gonna go get ourselves some bug lymph. You ready? You ready to go? There we go. Yeah. Get out of that direction there. Go ahead and start descending, because goodness knows, as I try and do anything, I'm gonna end up getting lost. There you go, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. There you go, birdie. Gotta show the bird some love. Hey bud, how's this? Good dog. Thanks, birdie. Wait here. Don't do anything reckless until I get back. All of my pets, for whatever reason, like I know you can switch up their behaviors and stuff, but all of them insist on picking fights. Whoa. Now my wings are just stuck out. Come here, you. So what we're after is that sweet, sweet bug lymph. And I'm looking for these guys, yeah. In case you didn't know and needed some assistance. Dragonflies have the best count for bug lymph. Especially the ones at nighttime. Which I don't like killing innocent creatures. And that's not to say like I'm not against hunting or anything like that, because I do think that hunting is a necessity. Not only because of overpopulation, but because the integration of certain natural predators are dangerous, especially for a society who is either not equipped or prepared to deal with the consequences of that particular action. Like if we could introduce natural predators into areas and have them just be able to take care of everything, that would be nice. But that's not how the world works. That's not how nature works. If anybody's ever seen the original Jurassic Park, what Ian Malcolm says, life expands to new territories, pushes boundaries painfully and dangerously. And he's not wrong, even for a make-believe character. He is 100% correct that life is going to find a way to do what it needs to do. Just like how I'm going to do what I need to do to get my bug lymph. A dragonfly over here? No, just a lizard. I will go ahead and get some more rocks while I'm here. Actually, I need to not waste time. All of the nighttime creatures are getting ready to start coming out, and I need to make sure I'm in prime hunting grounds before that happens. Sprint for your life. Yeah. There we go. I've gotten a lot better at fighting bugs in the middle of the night, which is a plus. I'm sorry if you can't see as much as where I am. Where are you? We were just here. We were just having a discussion about this. I'll let you come back over here. There we go. There we go. Ran out of stamina. Nibbled some berries. I should have started out with how's everyone doing tonight, or today, midday, afternoon, whenever you happen to be watching this, wherever you are in the world. Anything exciting going on? I am fighting bugs for my life. Because I can never have too much bug lymph, apparently. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hey, come here. I'm a tasty borrower. Yeah, bet you do. There you are. There you are. Getting all these insect wings. Ooh. That's some interesting audio engineering. Speaking of which, I kind of talked about it in a different recording, but I went to the movies recently, and I saw 2 movies. One of them was kind of spooky, which usually is something that I try and stay away from, just because I have such a hyperactive imagination, and those things, at least for me, they don't go away. Like whatever I see, whatever media I partake in, it evolves and expands and starts meshing with other bad ideas. Which, you know, as a storyteller, it's a fun skill to tap into when you're the one in control. But there are times when you're not the one in control. For instance, like when you're sleeping, or when you are playing a video game and you hear something move or creak behind you, and your office happens to be, you know, back to the door. So, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, getting back to my original point, the movie that I saw had some intense scenes, and one of those, I don't want to spook anybody or spoil it in case that's something that you're interested in seeing. It's, I think the movie's called like Bring Her Back or something like that. There's one particular scene where the audio engineers are either brilliant or they are sadistic individuals who need therapy. Because the sound that they got was spot on for what I would imagine was going on in that scene. But holy smokes. Like that's definitely not okay. That they have such a good idea of what that sounds like. Which, different fun fact, I guess, getting away from the movies. Oh yeah, like I said, the original point, the audio engineers, whoever came up with these sounds was probably someone who needed a friend, someone to talk to. But the audio engineering here for the water sounds, everything else has been fantastic. There's so much clay around here that I can never find it all. Never. There you are. Ooh. Come on, you. There we go. I think that should have been that crazy. But daytime. Time to get the morning dragonflies. See, now they're back. Wondering what happened to their friends. Ow. Then my fun fact was I actually had a friend who was interested in becoming an audio engineer. I don't know what he's doing currently. It's been years since we've talked. But yeah, he wanted to be an audio engineer, which is essentially the person behind the scenes. Like every sound that you hear, they come up with, because like you can't always make it sound like, you know, a sword hitting sand. Like you sometimes have to be creative in how you create the sounds that you make. I remember seeing a segment on the movie like Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. They were trying to figure out like, oh, like what would like raining hamburgers sound like, and they were like, oh, you know, like it would probably sound like, you know, if you were talking about a really good hamburger or cheeseburger, it'd probably be a little bit moist, and it'd probably have a little bit of a solid thud to it. You're not allowed to just sit there and sun yourself and mind your own business. I need your lymph. I need your lymph nodes. And so what they did for that particular segment for audio engineering was they had like wet rags, and essentially on hardwood would like slap these wet rags onto the ground, onto these planks, and that's how they got the sound for cheeseburgers like landing on the deck. There's no way this is a bad idea. No way. No way. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, definitely not a bad idea. Ooh, there we go. And so my friend wanted to be that person behind the scenes to create weird funky sounds with. Just anything he could get his hands on. He was a very creative guy, so he probably could do it too. I think last I heard he was gonna be he started learning how to be a chemistry teacher and then I think switched to music. But he was a talented musician. No matter what he did, he probably could be very successful. I always admired him. The world event is about to begin. Goody. Unless it has something to do with dragonflies and obtaining bug lymph, I am unfortunately preoccupied. Woo, there we go. So anyway, just a little history of the people who I knew. Well, I guess I can ask in the chat. You can comment down below or wherever. Did you have a friend who had a weird off-the-wall job that they wanted to do? Yeah. Something that you were like, you know what, I wouldn't have thought that that was a good fit for you, but I can totally see it. I hear a dragonfly. There we go. I think they know. I think the dragonflies know that I'm coming for them. So yeah, you guys in the comments here or in the video, live stream, wherever it is that you happen to be watching this, list off one friend who was like, you know what, that is a very interesting job. I've never heard of that, but I think you're going to be great at it. Because yeah, my buddy, he would have been fantastic at whatever he did. It'd probably be good to catch up with him at some point in the future. Well, your friend is taking classes at university. Best of luck to him. Yeah. Do you know what the test is in? What the subject is? Is it one of those really hard subjects, or is it one of those easier subjects? Which in terms of like easy and hard are subjective, so I guess easy for him, I should say. Because something comparatively speaking can be super easy for one person. Like talking is really, really easy for some people. And then for other people, like social introverts or people with, you know, insecurities about their writing, for example, might not always be the most socially capable individuals. Get over here. Oh, medicine. Holy smokes. Yeah, no, that's one of those hard subjects. At one point, fun fact, at one point in my life I wanted to be a doctor, so I actually did take anatomy and physiology and all of the the baseline subjects, and ended up not pursuing that. There are parts of me that wish I did. If I knew what I know now, there are about a million things that I would have done differently, and that probably would have set me up for success, and maybe that would be my current trajectory. Oh, gonna start a job soon. Congratulations. Come here. I just want this piece of clay right here. There we go. Yeah. Looking over at the common seeing, I can understand I've also had social issues to talk with people and make friends. That's the weird thing, is that even though you might not think that you're good at something, you actually happen to be really good at that thing. Like, apparently, at least for me, I can start up conversations with like a lot of different people and just kind of keep rambling on. It's the after effect, it's the aftermath of that conversation of like, oh shoot, did I say something wrong? This person probably thinks that I'm like super weird. Which that's what this one sometimes worries about. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. It's because I can alleviate that tension, at least when it comes to writing. Because believe it or not, that's something that this one has been always really nervous about, always uneasy about. And that's why publishing and writing is so hard. That's why it's so tricky. And that's where I come in. That happens to be what I do well. And so through practice and a lot of convincing for myself, not letting myself go back and go through edits, because I actually think I talked about that last stream a little bit, was the fact that like a lot of the things that are actually seen, like whenever I write, whenever I publish, whatever I publish, it's usually not been edited. It is usually a first draft. That's why there are mistakes, that's why there are inconsistencies, that's why I have to go back and refine it. I write something, and as soon as I finish the chapter, I do like a once quick glance to make sure there are no latent issues, and then I send it off into the ether. Which maybe that's healthy, maybe it's not. I don't know if I'm even the right person to say. I just know that for years and years, this one was hindered by this crippling thought that whatever was published was never going to be enough, was not going to be good enough. And unless it was perfect, it shouldn't be going out to the other audiences. It shouldn't be something that other people see. There were only a select few who attained that right, that privilege of actually reading something that hadn't been evaluated about 1,000,000 times. Faster, 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 birdie. All the way up. There we go. Pretty sure it's not this one. It's the next one. Hiya! Birdie, you got us stuck in the house. Thank you, Birdie. Good job, Birdie. Can you stay there? Good. I hope so. I got 49. Oh, well, that's a good start. Reading some of the comments. Yeah, scared of ruining it. Yeah, I can relate with that. You're not wrong. Yeah, anytime I write something, the first thing I want to do is go back through and reread it or entirely rewrite it. And it's not because I don't like what I wrote, it's because I'm trying to figure out, like, get into the head of everyone else. It's like, oh, what is everyone else gonna think about this? And after a while, just see if any of these are uncommon. Drop those. Yeah, common. No, that's fine. Common. Fine. Pure. Fine. Common. Fine. Ugh. Because I'll keep some of them. So, anyway. Every once in a while, when I write something, I'll see something and be like, oh, you know, this would be really great to put out there. And then I get in my head about it. I check myself multiple times. And sometimes scare myself out of publishing whatever it is that I'm working on. I'm gonna put you in home repairs. Home repairs. There's some rocks. Probably make a leper roast. Repair. Everything that I'm working on. Nice, nice, nice. I need more petals and nectar. I'll go out there eventually. Oh, I don't know if I showed anybody this, but I have my... What happened to it? I had this entire wall was just flowers. Oh, man. That's disappointing. One of the issues I have is I will write. I'll ask myself, yeah, if it's good. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was just talking about. Of, you know, am I writing it because I think everyone else is gonna like it? Am I writing it because this is something that I enjoy? And of course, at the end of the day, hey, birdie. Well, you got 4 points. Good job, birdie. Go back to these tables. I need to get those guys out, actually. It's been a while since I've gone to the desert, and actually I've got some supplies out there that I need to have. And I can get my little mouse. But yeah, I used to always have the issue of, is this something that I want to publish? And then eventually this one got, I guess, tired of waiting and ended up being like, hey, let's just publish. You know, like, what are you waiting for? And then through fear and through creativity, realized that the necessity for me was undeniable. And so me being what I am, this alter ego, that's why it exists, so that criticism can fall on me, not this one. It makes it easier to write what I want to write and not necessarily be tied down to or married to one particular idea or another. Got some food and everything else. Look, I'm using the stairs. From my own house. I probably should go ahead and create a beam right here. Unless I can just make a handrail, can't I? Can I make a handrail and put that there? Wait, why can't I? I need clay. I thought I just made. Oh, wait, I haven't collected it yet. That's why. Hang on. Let's see if this is something this one can do. Not enough structural support. I hate those words. I really do. Loathe. Beyond comprehension. What do you mean there's not enough structural support? This thing... I might just have to endure holes in my floor. Going back to reading some of the comments here. Yeah, no, not wrong. The best ideas always feel like, you know, you're getting ready to go to bed. And then, like that meme where the person is sleeping. And it's like, oh, you know, hey, sorry to bother you, but I have a question. You know, the body and the brain is like, no, like, leave me alone. And then it'll say something earth-shattering. Like, you know, what if this thing, like, what, you know, like, just hear me out. What if you tried it this way? And that immediately, like, shatters your brain. And then you wake up if you were asleep in the first place. And then you just come through and you're like, now I gotta worry about this idea. Now I gotta contend with this idea. Which isn't necessarily the worst case scenario. I wonder if I could make a... I don't want to use the firefly juice. That means I gotta go kill the fireflies. I don't want to kill the fireflies. I could do the hide rug, spider trophy, fabric basket. I do like the winter holiday candle. I really do like that. That's really pretty. And textile patches. And why do all of these things require firefly juice? Just a twig torch. Is that something I just put on the ground, or can I put that on the... Can I put that on the wall? Actually, yeah, can I put that here? Okay, yeah, here we go. Don't you dare light my house on fire. Next scene, because everything's on fire. Here's this, and this goes here. Okay, 1, 2, this will go kind of right here. 1, 2, there. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Do I want one on the other side too? Yes, I do. Because excess. If you're gonna do something, you might as well go big or go home. This place is gonna be lit up like a Roman candle. What I really want to do is create like a Beauty and the Beast library for myself. There we go. Beautiful. This way doesn't have to be so dark everywhere anymore. So I might do that in my room. Is just create a big library with a few dozen bookshelves or whatever it is. I wish you could write books in here like a journal. That'd be something really fun for the developers to consider. Kind of like in Minecraft. Oh, doesn't that look so nice? So you're gonna go. Here we go, here. That one goes right. There we go. So if I do this, yeah, look at that. Look how nice that looks. And then you can come around here. This is nice and glowy. The stone cutter's ready good. Yeah, everyday scenario. With the whole place to be illuminated, full of life and light. I would do a normal torch, but I'll just go here and do every 2 on here, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. I wonder if these are going to burn out. Probably. bet I'm gonna run out of wood. That's gonna be funny. Cheers. And some more berries, and then... Yeah, now the downstairs. This looks so awesome. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, this whole area here will be covered. I could do an area where they walk down into this, like this is just a one level thing here, and then you walk down into... No, I'm gonna keep it the same. And then I'll just have to build another stone castle somewhere else. Pan's Labyrinth vibes. Yeah, you're right. That's what happens whenever you ask for a stone castle and you have someone like me to have big dreams and imagination. So, at the moment, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and end this particular episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, so much for listening. I hope you've had a good time, because I know I have. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Comment them down below, send me a DM on my various social media platforms. Cheers, and as always, stay awesome. There we go. Bye, guys.